on the Korea summit. Political analyst Nancy Snow joins us now from Tokyo. Nancy, thank you for your time. Firstly, as we've been reporting, a very significant and historic moment. But how likely is this agreement between the North and the South to hold? How likely is it that it will hold?
I think we probably have the best opportunity ever because we're living in such a different time. There have been previous inter-Korean summits, but now the whole world is watching and the momentum has shifted. And in many respects, it looks like the legacy of both Kim and Moon and even Trump and the players involved is for some permanent peace. They want to build capital, political capital, economic capital off of this agreement. So really, if they were to pull back and there were to be some wrench in this agreement, it would really shatter the legacy of everyone involved.
And it really, to a certain extent, has taken a lot of observers by surprise, because it wasn't long ago that North Korea was still testing missiles and the US was imposing sanctions on Pyongyang. So what's facilitated this change?
You could argue that it was an increase in the sanctions, that China was very steadfast this time in supporting the toughest sanctions. I know that I've said before that North Korea was not going to change despite the severity of the sanctions. I have to say that I was wrong about that, because I think that that push really did make a difference. There are some experts saying that the missile test period was already over, and they had reached a point of being ready to be more of a nuclear power now, so they can now negotiate from a position of power as a nuclear power, as a more realist power. So, but I think China played a significant role. This is also an enormous victory for Moon, who of course campaigned on this and had said that any economic development in North Korea would be the result of North Korea changing its nuclear regime. And so Moon was really caught in the middle between the rhetoric, the very harsh rhetoric between Trump and Kim, and now he's coming out looking like they had a very close and affectionate tie with each other yesterday. The optics show that it wasn't a put on. It really seemed to be quite genuine. And so let's hope that there's some lasting peace. I have to say, I know this will sound like a joke, but the fact that ABBA even is about to record again after 30 years, you really have to wonder what's in the air, because we're all sort of feeling a little bit victorious in this part of the world. And as I said, I think there are many hopeful signs here. And the public diplomacy was really something too. The announcement of what food was being served, the cold noodle craze now in South Korea, where people are lining up because Kim Jong-un is showing this sort of joking nature. So we can't dismiss what kind of a regime we have here in North Korea and the treatment of the people. We can't forget that. But if this can last, let's support this effort.
And just briefly, though, North Korea has been able to really capture the world's attention with the threat of nuclearization from Pyongyang. I'm wondering, is there a fear that the North might lose its power if it does really eradicate its nuclear weapons?
Yeah, you have to really wonder about that, too. Just the strength of Kim in place. Is he someone who is coming under threat from other rivals? It doesn't appear to be so. But let's not forget, too, the meeting that he had with China to sort of set the table here, coming on the heels of the Winter Olympics. That really made a difference, because I think a lot was said in that meeting to give him the green light to go forward here. You can hear China today and even Japan celebrating the announcement. And there are a lot of details to be worked out. But yes, internally you wonder, because the North Korean people are under a blackout as far as seeing any of the pictures that we saw. They really don't have the information at hand. So he has to be in a position now to go forward and be strong in this possibility of giving up nuclear weapons. One more thing, though, what does denuclearization mean? And it's going to mean different things for different parties. So we have to look at the details of that as well, because does that mean the U.S. is going to pull troops out of South Korea? We're a long way from that reality.
Okay, Nancy Snow, always good to get your analysis. Thank you again.